Hey everybody, welcome back to the BulbaSquad. We're going to be playing some games. Sorry for the weird camera angle. It's just, this is a weird setup. So, we're just going to go right into it.
We're going to be playing some games.
Sorry about that
Yeah,
echo
you're
you're
going
going
to
to
mute that.
Yeah, sorry, you guys are going to get that echo for one moment.
There we go. So this is what we'll be doing.
I'm just going to be playing some Battlefront 2 because I enjoy the game personally. And this time, I'm going to be playing and talking. Maybe Sarah a little bit, but no promises on anything. All right, let me move that mic more towards me. So, it's going to take me a little bit of time. I'm sorry about all that squeaking. That's the door. Yeah. Today, just going to be playing a little bit chill because why not? It's fun. One moment. And yeah, we're just going to be chatting about different topics, whatever questions you guys feel like asking. I was originally not really going to do this because, oh, sorry about that. I wasn't originally going to do this. Oh yeah, I forgot. This game is probably going to be a little loud for you guys. So, master volume. Let's bring that down. 50 should be good. You guys tell me if you want it to be louder than that. But, oh wait, I can hear it. Perfect. Here we go. Let me see. We'll try again. I need to make sure it's not too loud for myself. Yeah, that'll be fine. So, I was originally not going to do this, but I ended up getting the opportunity on a Sunday, and very rarely do I ever get to stream on Sundays. So I decided, you know what, why not? I'll go for it. Tell me what you guys think about the audio, if it's loud, if it's not loud. If it's too loud, if it's not loud enough, whatever, I can adjust it right now before I start playing. Hey, Andy Smith Horror, Jake on Fuego, and Ivan Magana. Ivan Magana, not even. Do I play COD? I used to, but the thing is I haven't really bought them recently, and I try not to, yeah. All right, that's good. Like I said, I turned it really low, like down to 40, so if you guys want it to be a little louder, sure. But my assumption was you guys would not want to hear just gunshots and screaming. But I used to play COD. I've been wanting to get Cold War, but I do not stand by the $70 video games increase, so I don't want to support that. When it goes on sale for a good enough price, I will go ahead and go for it. So how's everyone's weekend been? I have just been working all weekend, and I am done for the weekend, and that's why I decided I'm going to go ahead and stream. Yeah, I was a little worried that maybe it would be a little hard for you guys to hear me because the mic is a little far from me by comparison to where it normally is. I do hope to in the future be able to. Been writing a very long video essay, now relaxing. Video essay, what do you mean? Like a video you're recording, or you have to a speech? I'm not quite sure. I'm curious. I am. I work, but for me, I work in a warehouse. It is very hot, and in Texas, it gets extremely hot. And where I work, we have zero air conditioning, so I am dying most of the day. Don't mind how poorly I play, or if you've never seen this game, because this game was absolutely terrible at release. I cannot blame anyone for hating this game at release. Terrible microtransactions. So let's do a little bit of talking. I have a video coming up since you guys are here, and I know you guys will be interested in this. I have a fun little video coming up of, what's it called? I'm going to be going over Modern yet again. However, I developed a small theory separately from the video. What console? I play on the Xbox right now. I hope to get a PS5 later on for the exclusives, and whenever we upgrade the setup, because Sarah's going to need something other than a laptop, because this is running off of a laptop, believe it or not. Then I'm going to play on PC, and once I have all the consoles, or all the platforms, I hope to be able to play with you guys every now and again, maybe even be in a party and I can chat with you guys, something like that. Just, we're a small community. I think it's fun yeah, we're all Pokemon investors, collectors, flippers, whatever you want to call us, scalpers. But I think at the end of the day, we're still people. We still like to play games, sit down and chat. Yeah, get a PS5. Yeah, let me just go pay the, what is it now? $1,000 or $900 for the one I actually want. I'm waiting for when it's available, but from what I've heard, it's possible that they're not going to be in proper stock for the next year or two, because apparently one of the processors is having a shortage at this moment. But yeah, like I said, during this stream, just ask me whatever you want. I am not going to tell you no if you decide to ask me the very upfront, what is the best investment? Do I think if this is investable or not? Because my mindset has changed on that. I realized if I don't answer it, someone else is going to answer it, or you will still be left. You will still leave having a bunch of questions in the back of your mind. So it's better for me to answer them here. Let's see. It's an essay in video format, voiceover with movie clips arguing or confirming a point. I'm specifically doing it on why Dream Warriors is the fan favorite sequel in the Elm Street franchise. I paid $8.50 for disc. I wanted disc, not digital. I got it when it released on November 12th. Hey, look at Trox. Nice seeing you, man. I'm surprised you managed to make it. I'm pretty sure you're a European, correct? I gave you the role in the Discord. How old am I? I am starting, I think, 3 days ago. I lost track now. I'm now 22. What, Sarah? I don't need to pay attention to that stuff. It's not important. Essentially, in-depth analysis of the movie. This is my first one of probably many to come. Movies are definitely something fun to analyze, just not whenever it starts becoming super political. I don't enjoy that. But back to what I was saying. Sorry, I got completely off track. Modern. When it comes to modern, I decided I'm going to take a rough estimate of how many booster boxes are out there, and I'm going to try to highball it a little bit. I'm trying to make use of some numbers Rudy provided a long time ago over Magic. For a single distributor at a single location, his biggest distributor, which is also the biggest distributor in the US, it is estimated they are expected to sell roughly 35,000 booster boxes, something like that, for it to be considered a successful Magic release. Well, Pokemon has exceeded that growth at this point, and by my assumption, I would want to add an additional 30-40%, simply because the demand for all TCGs has increased so much, especially for Pokemon. So if that's the biggest location in all the US, take that, kind of multiply it by how many locations that specific distributor has, try to cross-reference it with all the distributors that exist and their locations, and try to find some ballpark number, even if it's like horribly wrong, just anything, to try and guess how many booster boxes are out there in circulation, and then divide that by the number of rainbow rares, gold cards, all that, because that will give me an idea. I've not played this in a long time. Terrible aim. But, and try to get an idea of roughly how many cards are out there. By my estimation, there should be around a couple thousand Pikachus. Like 8,000-10,000, maybe even more. Oh, that was a homing rocket. Okay. Well, I'm not going to get to play them right now. Oh, well. Let's take a back look at it. Look at it again. Yeah, I'm done with my semester, and my summer job starts next week. It's sleep cycles. Yeah, I've been in between semesters. I was going to school over the summer. For 1 month, I did a mini-mester where I went to school for 5 days a week. It was rough. I regret my decision. It was very difficult. especially because I decided to do 2 classes, and whenever I did the math, it came out to 27 quizzes and 7 exams in 5 weeks. An absolutely absurd number of assignments. Yeah, I'm kind of sad this isn't an even fight. It would be more fun if it was even. And so, like I said, with the Pikachu, I actually think there's roughly, I think I estimated something in the vicinity of 12,000 copies in existence at this moment. Maybe 13,000, but I was trying to remove some percentage of them. Oh, what are you doing, sir?
Totally did this wrong.
What?
You guys have been staring at our ceiling. I'm sorry.
Oh, they've been staring at the ceiling? Oh, yeah, you're right. I'm so sorry,
My bad, guys.
Sarah, you fool. You're an absolute fool. How did you mess that up?
I'm not very smart. And I'm also really tired because I just got
Try
back from
again.
work.
I'll see if it fixes it now. I'm so sorry, guys.
Can't believe you didn't notice. You've been watching the stream.
Sarah, I was watching the screen, and I was also watching the chat. Okay, that's hard to do as it is. I'm so sorry, guys.
You haven't been seeing him, kill people.
How's it uploading? Is it? Give me a sec. Let me try something real quick. Trying to make sure that this actually plays well, is uploading well enough. How's it looking on the stream? Is it bad for you guys? Because on my end, it doesn't look very great on the phone. But then again, the Wi-Fi is already being stretched. I finally used a grounded connection. Yeah, I'm so sorry, guys. You fools, Sarah.
I do a lot more brain requirement job at work.
No excuses.
My brain.
Okay, they're saying it looks great, which makes me happy because I knew there was a chance that part of the reason it doesn't look great for us is because your phone's on Wi-Fi and then it just doesn't run quite as well. But yes, this is probably more entertaining than just staring at the ceiling with me here and then me talking about video games when I'm clearly not showing you those video games. Some FPS drops, but it's okay. Yeah, we're going to have to work on that in the future. Yeah, sorry about that. We are getting the hang of streaming. I am not tech savvy whatsoever. And like I said, me and Sarah do not have the greatest technology. I think
we
the
also
best
don't have the best internet either.
Or the best internet. Yeah, that's definitely something. That's why I'm always kind of torn on doing the streams in the first place because I know they may not be the best. And it may actually be painful to watch someone play with a bad FPS. But yeah, I did want to ask if you guys have any questions. What do you think is the most stacked regular set in your opinion, as in the best main set with the most hype cards? Oh, okay. Finally, I've been waiting for a question. It's fun talking about this stuff. Most stacked main set. I know a lot of people get torn on my opinion on that because I generally think Vivid Voltage is one of the best main sets right now. Even still at this moment, I think Chilling Grain might have surpassed it. It's hard to tell simply because of how many alternate arts it has. And let's be honest, Vivid Voltage was good for its time at the moment, but whenever the alternate arts got involved, it just became kind of an unfair fight. It was just Vivid Voltage the entire time has a disadvantage in just having the regular rainbow rares.
also has amazing rares.
Oh yeah, the amazing rares too. Whatever happened to those?
They made alternate arts, and they're like, nah, we don't need those anymore.
At this moment, I think Evolving Skies. Like, I don't think that's really a hot take. Evolving Skies almost all the way. It's just unfair. The first time we've had all the evolutions in a set, they're giving them the new best art treatment. Because I'll be honest, those alternate arts, if they mix in Shinings and they decide to do it akin to the old Shining style, like imagine Neo, the Neo series, so Neo Destiny, Neo Revelations, and that kind of coloring, that shininess, almost Shining Legends, but with alternate art. If you want a better picture of that, it would actually be super similar to what's it called? The Test Tube Mewtwo. That would be the closest thing to a shiny alternate art. What am I playing on? I am playing Genji Shimada. I'm playing on the Xbox Series X. The reason it's not running great is because this is running off of a laptop. I can see the frame rate drops, and it pains me too, man. Like I said, promise.
I don't know if that's entirely the computer and its hardware. So when I was talking to my brother, we were talking about that too. He says if you want to stream stuff nicely, you just need good internet.
Okay. Well, I mean, one day we can upgrade the internet. That'll be fun. I promise you guys, one day we will get a good PC build. We will upgrade the internet, everything, and you will get streams that you deserve. The fact that you guys even follow this channel at the size we're at means you deserve it.
Do you guys remember the stream where you couldn't hear anything we were saying? Like 7 people sat through that stream.
Yeah. Kudos to them. Like, you deserve a reward for that. You genuinely do. Oh, yeah. Okay, Rhyhorn, you're Genji Shimada. Okay, I didn't know that. Oh, yeah, and for those of you who are here, I guess I'll tell you first. That way you guys know to keep an eye out in the future. You guys recall whenever I did my last giveaway, I kind of slipped it in at the end of the video so that way you guys could get first dibs on the giveaway slots, and it wouldn't just be given to a bunch of children typing in blank blank giveaway and then entering and never watching the channel. Well, at 1,000 subscribers, I'm thinking of doing 3, maybe 4 Hidden Fates Elite Trainer boxes to break for the channel to celebrate 1,000 subscribers. Because at that point, I will be monetized and will probably be making more content. But either way, it's great. And I'm going to do it in the exact same way. I'm going to be dropping little hints at the end of the videos, and you guys can leave behind your comments talking about it. And it'll be 30, 40 slots, and anyone who pulls a daddy shiny, so the full art, is going to get to keep it. The baby shinies, I'm going to have to award to the #1 slot. If there's like no daddy shinies, I might make it like a consolation 2nd place slot. But you get the idea. I expect to pull at least 4 daddy shinies, maybe even 5 with the pull rates of Hidden Fates. Man, you guys heard it here first. It'll be once I get really close to 1,000 subscribers. Because at this rate, we're going to hit it before the end of the year. That's insane. The Pokemon boom's kind of over. No one really cares about it anymore. And the fact that you guys are still here is kind of absurd to me. I have to say, 2 in the morning isn't as European friendly as I had hoped for the weekend. Oh no, Rhyhorn, this wasn't meant to be the European stream. I plan to host something like that specifically for you guys later on.
We got home from work and we had the time kind of stream.
Yeah, I had time, I had energy, and I decided, you know what? I haven't streamed in like 2 months, so why not? It'll be fun. And now I'm going to be scum. I hate people like me.
What is the... I'm trying to figure out what the time conversion is from here in Europe.
What, sir?
I'm trying to figure out what the time conversion is from here to Europe.
It's 2 a.m. for them right now, is what they were saying.
And it's, I don't know what time it is. I'll watch.
But yeah, I hope plenty of you guys are able to join, especially those of you who are here in the stream, because again, you're under no form of obligation to be here, and I gave barely any heads up, and there's nothing special going on today.
Like 7 hours difference.
I'm hoping that there's good pulls. How do you spell your name, San? That's actually how you spell it. S-A-N. You got it. There's nothing too special, too fancy about my name. So for you guys that are in here chatting, what are you guys doing in this market? Are you buying, selling, flipping, waiting, panicking? I've noticed some of the comments. I've caused some people to panic or be afraid of the market, which I feel kind of bad. I'm not going to lie. I do feel bad. But at the same time, getting that negativity out of people means that either they're going to leave the market and be better financially, do what's financially competent for them, or they are going to do more learning because they're afraid of the overall market and they want to know how to handle it. It's 0.7 hours for me and 6 for the British folks. I flipped hard on vintage and most of my modern now, just waiting. Yeah, I've started flipping some of my modern. I recently sold 2 of my Hidden Fates pin collection cases. I decided to part with those because they had appreciated so much, and I did the math. If I didn't sell them right now and I waited until after 2021 into 2022, the capital gain tax of 28% would mean I would not get to see my profit margins realized as they are right now until my item appreciates to $1,000. So it would have to go up a full extra $200 beyond where it is right now. That's a lot to ask. That's a full 25% growth from $800. And after it's grown already a total of, what would that be for me? Almost 300% or 200%. That's a tall order. I didn't feel comfortable holding on to that. I'm a poor student, just try to get the new ETBs in my sealed collection. Nothing changed in that, but I discovered the beauty in full art trainers, and I'm trying to get some good deals on eBay. Currently got a huge opportunity to buy, but still undecided. Yeah, it's always hard to decide on the purchases because the moment you purchase that, your money is going to be gone, and it's not like a stock. You can't just turn around, go back to the market, sell it immediately in like minutes or even seconds. You can't do that. It's not easy. And full art trainers, there's definitely opportunities there, but I feel as though right now we're in a time where being a collector, it's incredible. You can collect pretty much anything you want for way more affordable than it's been in months, maybe even the past year, especially if you go ungraded, because all the premiums are ungraded. Opening most, keeping some sealed, and look at trucks. What do I think of the reverse holographic crystal Skyridge cards? I haven't actually done all that much digging into Skyridge itself, so I'll explain why real quick. Whenever it comes to the hobby, especially whenever we're learning these things, the amount of knowledge I feel I need to gain in a market before I really move into it is much higher than what other people think you need. What I consider the barrier to entry is much higher than others. And because of that, I've spent a long time in Modern. And my knowledge in WotC, because of that, my knowledge in WotC era, even just pseudo vintage especially, even more so I would say, has suffered greatly. So sorry, I can't really answer your question because I'm not all that well versed in them myself, and I would not feel comfortable saying too much on them beyond. Yeah, nothing, because I don't know about the reverse hollows. I only know about the crystal hollows. All right. Why does Target have to suck so bad? I could have bought 10 packs the other day. They had freaking hundreds, maybe even thousands. I just wanted a few. How you doing, San? I'm doing pretty good, Alec. I'm nice seeing you, man. Slap his shit. I got somebody selling them as a 9 in German. Cross-grain PSA might be worth it. It's low popping. Low pop at BGS and non-existent at PSA. As somebody experienced like you are in the hobby, what is a good price on a non-waifu full art trainer card? $10, $15, or even more or less. So the thing is, I don't have much experience when it comes to purchasing singles. I am planning to move in modern singles. That is something I plan to do. But as of right now, I haven't had too much experience in them yet. It really depends on the card itself. I try to look at the full market value on TCG Player and then try to deduct probably 30-40% if I want it to be a really good purchase. But right now, Modern is in such a strange place. I think you could very well pick up a ton of Modern in the future for cheaper than where it's at right now. Remember, the full art trainer market went through a boom, both from the massive growth in awareness, and Twice Baked Jake talked about it, so a bunch of Timmies suddenly knew it existed. So it's very likely there's a lot of weaker hands holding on to full art trainers. And it's possible that given a few more months and a little more pressure, those prices could come back further down to earth. Again, okay. What is the best Diamond and Pearl era set? Deep Diamond and Pearl era. Hey, Sarah, do me a favor. Look up on PokeLectra what sets were from the Diamond and Pearl era. I have an idea, but I need to confirm.
Do you want Diamond and Pearl, or do you want Diamond, Pearl, and Platinum?
You know what? The three of them, because technically they all are from the same era. Secret Rare Electrode in white and blue looks amazing in person. Well, then I will ask again in a few months. But yeah, I'll talk about them in a second. Like I said, I need to remember which sets those are specifically first.
Okay. So from Diamond and Pearl specifically, there's Stormfront, Legends Awakened, Majestic Dawn, Great Encounters, Secret Wonders, Mysterious Treasures.
Could you show it to me, please?
I guess so.
I'm going to look at it real quick. I don't care if I die. I think I might actually be a fan of Stormfront.
You need to know that.
You
need to know that.
No, I have an idea, but I'm not sure. Again, remember, my knowledge in pseudo vintage is extremely limited. That's why I brought on a guest recently called Hisoka 107. I currently have an interview with him that I've recorded, but it still needs to be edited down.
Wow, they did the base set Charizard line again in this set.
Oh, in Stormfront?
Yeah.
Okay, so it was what I was thinking of.
And then there's
it was the kind of weird, almost
I really want
the new art style, right? Oh yeah, the shiny Voltorb that's thrown in there.
I just want
Top 3
Voltorb.
favorite sets of all time. Let's see.
Neo Revelations.
Yeah, one of them's Neo Revelations, without a doubt. I also really like Breakpoint. Again, same reason.
That's Gyarados.
Yeah, Gyarados, obviously, and I am a big fan of the Neo block. I really like Neo Destiny. Like, I know that's such a generic answer, but that's just what I really like. I also have a bias towards it because I pulled a Shining Noctowl from it. Sarah, yours?
Oh gosh, I was supposed to think of an answer.
Did Gyarados get an alternate art? No, it did not get an alternate art. Unfortunately.
I like base set 2.
You like base 2?
Because all the cards I had were from base 2.
Sarah.
What?
I'm breaking up with you.
I like the Kadabra. He was my favorite card, especially
I'm dumping you. I cannot be with someone who says that base 2 is their favorite.
Leave me alone. I like base 2, and then I like some of the cards from Diamond and Pearl era. I don't remember what sets they were specifically. I just remember going to the store and buying a tin with Arceus as the promo card once. It was cool. I had lots of cool cards from that era.
Yeah, Sarah. Why not just say Legendary Collection is your favorite? You freaking animal. You disgusting animal.
That sounded so wrong coming out of your mouth.
What, Sarah?
Nothing.
Yeah, just that you couldn't have picked the worst thing. There was literally nothing worse you could have picked to that base 2. Disgusting. It hasn't even appreciated as much as Legendary Collection. Ah, yes, absolutely. I think the wait, no. Favorite Stone Doggo. Stone Doggo. That's what they said.
Stone Doggo?
Yeah, do you know of a Stone Doggo? Oh wait, the ground type.
I don't think they mean ground types.
I think that's what he means.
I think he might mean the 3 legendary doggos.
No, he said stone.
Yeah, crystal.
Huh?
I don't know.
I'm pretty sure he's talking about one of the other ones.
What other
But regardless, it is an absolute it is just heresy, treason of the highest caliber that they did not give Gyarados an alternate art. What is wrong with them? Gyarados, they put him in there and then they just spit on him.
Yeah, they gave the Meta-type, or whatever its evolution is called, an alternate art. And I was kind of surprised. I'm like, really? This over Gyarados? Why?
Yeah, exactly. Meta-type. Why would that get it? I mean, Gyarados, it's a Gen 1 Pokemon. Gen 1ers. That's the meme for a reason. They're the ones who are old and buy everything. God. Lycanroc. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Lycanroc.
Oh,
Stone
okay.
Doggo. See, that's what I was saying.
You don't know anything's named. Wait, if you're asking the favorite between the 2 types of Lycanroc? There's 2 forms, right?
Yes, but no, he was saying that it was just a shame that he didn't get an alternate art.
Oh, okay.
By the way, Sarah, these 3 are cats, not dogs. Okay, they're correcting you. The 3.
Excuse you?
Yeah, they said they're 3 legendary dogs.
Cats? They're doggos. They've been the legendary dog trio. I need to pull up some old anime.
Yeah, some old. Well, they're cats apparently, according to the lore. Okay.
I think they're lying.
The anime got it wrong. Legendary cats, not legendary dogs.
I always wonder what. Wait a second. Are they implying that the 3 Pokemon that perished in the Burning Tower was the 3 evolutions, and then when Ho-Oh made them reborn, he just made them prettier.
That might be what they did.
Because
I forgot to mash A at the start.
Because when you get to the town,
it was nice chatting with you too, Ivan Magana. Just getting in here. What's been going down? Nothing much, Briar Owen. I've been struggling to multitask between the chat and playing games, harder than I thought, but I'm getting there. Okay, like it's another skill you got to build up, just like being on camera. Hence why my earlier videos, even from a month ago, are way worse than videos from like 2 days ago. Sarah should play Battlefront. Yeah, Sarah's not great at games, though.
I'm not great at shooting games. Wow, all games in general, you were just lumping me in as a bad gamer. Shame on you.
Sarah's good at, like, Legend of Zelda, Pokemon, Monster Hunter. I mean, saying she's good at Pokemon is like saying she's good. It's not really saying you're good at anything.
Hey.
Let's be honest. Pokemon requires nothing, okay?
It requires friendship and love.
I mean, Sarah, come on.
You bond with your Pokemon.
Sometimes it doesn't even require consenting friendship and love. There's certain moves that do it.
That's okay.
Two of the 3 are 100% cats, according to Rhyhorn.
All right. I need your sources. Where are you getting this from?
Yeah, she wants you to cite her sources. Based off your last video, are you stepping away more from modern Pokemon and focusing more on vintage and other card games like Fab? In the short term, I am not exactly... It's not that I'm stepping away from modern because I think it's bad or anything. It's that I don't think it's worth it to invest right now. The opportunity cost, the risk you'll be taking on, just it doesn't line up with what you have to pay. Because modern, let's be real, modern is truly where you could lose most of your money. If the whole of Pokemon is going to start dying, it would be modern that goes down first, and then vintage. Because, Gen 1ers, SM Pratt, everyone would do their damnedest to make sure it doesn't go to 0. And at this moment, it just doesn't feel right to be in it, because like we saw earlier, WotC and not pseudo vintage was really stubborn. It has not dropped like at all. Those markets already had their little retracement, but modern, on the other hand, has been very stubborn overall and refused to really retrace. Which, like, we can say that Battle Styles had its retracement, but realistically, whenever we compare it to the overall market, it hasn't experienced much of one. I still think there's plenty of opportunity for stuff to fall down, and that's when I plan to purchase. I'm actually bullish in the regard of I'm hoping to be able to flip graded singles in modern. Obviously, it's going to be a little more difficult, but since my expertise lies there, it's not much to say I'm an expert in modern. Like, pretty much everyone is one. I plan to move into that market, try to buy rainbow rares from collections and grade them, because I genuinely think there should be no rainbow rare that is below like $10 or 20, even $20 to an extent, just because they're kind of difficult to pull. And if we're looking at the Vivid Voltage, or not even Vivid Voltage, let's get away from that. Chilling Reigns rainbow rare pool. There's so many, the odds of pulling any single rainbow rare, you are going to make a master set, multiple master sets of any WotC set, before you will most likely pull your one chase card from any of the new sets. You need to open up 24 booster boxes in order to make a master set of Vivid Voltage, and that's if you have like god tier luck and get exactly what you want. mistakes have been made. So why'd you say source? Oh, Sarah was saying she wanted you to source like Bulbapedia, like a website, just something showing where that info came from.
Like, I can understand maybe Raikou being a cat, but Entei looks like a dog.
Yeah, Entei, definitely, that's 100% a dog.
Suicune I'm not sure about. Suicune is like the Shiba of
Rhyhorn says he doesn't need a source because everyone knows it's a fact that 2 of them are cats.
Lies.
San, are you going to be focusing on English still? Yeah, I'm. The thing is, I don't like modern Japanese. I'm gonna be real with you. I don't like modern Japanese. I don't want to move in it very much. Because the thing is, historically, modern Japanese has not performed well. While the average English booster box would be at 110, 120, 130 even, or higher, Japanese was sitting at like a measly $40. Like, it was doing terribly. Sure, there were sets here and there that could outpace the English ones, especially if their content overall were better, kind of like, as someone pointed out to me, Dream League. But if we're talking just every single set, Japanese doesn't stand out enough to me that I think it's worth it. Modern is meant to be that kind of higher risk, higher reward scenario. But when you get into, once you start getting into Japanese, you're reducing the amount of reward, but not really proportionally reducing the amount of risk. And again, I'm just not a fan of that. Saw a funny comment on Twice by Jake's video where called him out for making a video promoting lower graded cards after receiving some low graded cards like 2 videos ago. Oh yeah, I could definitely see them calling him out. Honestly, don't make the video talking about the lower graded cards. Just talk about raw cards and say like it's okay to accept a light played card. Because me and Sarah are planning to make a complete vending series binder. That is one of our goals. And we are planning to make it in light played condition, except for the cards we really like. Yeah, I'm so sorry that this game looks terrible sometimes. I know for a fact, even on my screen, it looks kind of bad with what happens at moments. Look in my DMs. I'll look in it a bit. I can't at the moment. I'll go down for the team. That's fine by me. But overall, even if I myself were to finally step away from Modern for whatever reason, just say I'm done with it, I would not stop making content over Modern. Simply because, again, that's where the most Timmies are, that's where the most fools are, the most people who are liable to get hoodwinked are. And I want to be where they are so that I can help talk to them and teach them. Sarah is BulbaSquad. She's the one who has the name on the Discord.
I'm the special one.
Yeah, I'm the second one. It's just Sarah, even though she's the one who bears the name, is never talking in the Discord.
You can't force me to interact with people by making me feel
Shameful, Sarah. Shameful. Absolutely shameful.
I don't know what to talk about.
You know what? Actually, Let's make this easier so I can talk with you guys. There's another game I've been meaning to play, but haven't actually been able to complete as of yet. You guys probably saw it a little while ago. Where is it? There it is, Biomutant. I haven't been able to complete it. I can actually pause this game. Oh, I gotta turn that down on my own headset. That's loud. Oh man, it's getting a little hot in here. Gotta get a little sip of water. So tell me, guys, any of you guys check out PTCG Radio's most recent video over the 25th anniversary with that gold Pikachu card? What do you guys think about it? Are you gonna go ahead and try to buy it for your own collection, for investing? Or are you gonna wait and see if possibly you can pick it up more easily or cheaply in the long run? What'll it be? Hey, Mike, man, welcome to the chat, or welcome to the stream. How's my investment strategy and mindset in investing changed after watching reserved investments? This one will actually be fun. After watching reserved investments, I acknowledged first and foremost, Pokemon is eventually going to die. The odds of it becoming a fully established collectible that survives well beyond the standard lifespan of collectibles, or into the realm of, what would it be called, established alternative asset markets, is next to none. The odds of it becoming a truly just established thing on their own is, I don't really see it happening. But don't take this the wrong way. This doesn't mean that I believe Pokemon is suddenly going to up and die on us, or it's a horrible investment now, because as reserved investments mentioned, speculative markets, as he calls them, which would mean anything that isn't, well, bow down to your god. I need no earth. Well, back to what I was saying. That's the first time I've encountered that one. Oh, it's everything. It is literally everything. Oh, is the world fixed? I think it's fixed. But speculative markets can exist for a very, very long time. It can be over 100 years. And for some of us, that's essentially just a full-blown market on its own already. So it's not going to matter. But beyond that, I realized modern is not going to exactly be this magical investment that will make us a ton of money. I always knew it wouldn't. But modern is not something that I should be placing so much stock in it that I am willing to place all my money into it and hold it for as long. Instead, I should go deeper into the idea of, I am going to park money into modern. I'm going to park money in modern for a short time to try and make my estimations about the future, and then flip it for profit in the short term, which would be preferably less than 1 year, specifically because of that ridiculous capital gains tax. And I'm going to try and park my money either into higher end vintage items after I build it up in modern, or I am going to go into higher end items that are kind of in modern, because that does exist. And that's the fundamental change that I went through. How will metal cards be graded, I wonder? No clue. I will be interested to see that. Have to make up a whole new subgrade in different cases than normal? Maybe. I mean, this won't be the first time we've had metal cards. Pokemon's done it before.
We just got those metal cards that came in the weird Pokeball.
Yeah, there was the Pokeball metal cards, and then there's the 20th anniversary gold Pikachu that's like thousands of dollars because it was legitimately made out of gold. I like his videos. He's so energetic about what seems to be everything. Wasn't able to watch the newest one though. Oh, why weren't you able to watch the newest one? Just haven't gone around to it, or just didn't enjoy it? I really want the gold Pikachu, but we'll probably wait a few months after release for the price to stabilize. In my opinion, good move. Even if you got to pay a higher price later, but you know that price is going to probably stick, it's just better overall. I rather that security. Pokemon will just have a stroke and die right here. It's going to be a very cool collectible Fs, but Pokemon Japan might be going full in to provide everyone with a chance to get it, and they might reprint it to demand. If they reprint it to demand, that's actually much better. I generally do believe modern should be accessible, and we just have to be really smart about moving in modern, hence why I have all my systems. What's there?
I said the billion systems.
Yeah. Not to mention plenty of companies are dying. Companies where have short-term product services, yet they count as an actual investment while they can pivot. Pokemon can too. Build my PS5 this weekend. Had priorities. Build your PS5? What do you mean build? Have you been slowly ordering it? What do you think about the first Ed Monarch right now? You can get a case for about $1,000. The thing is, I haven't really been keeping up too much with Flesh and Blood as of late, because it finally calmed down that I didn't have to pay too much attention for it, or to it. For $1,000, that's actually a really nice price. If you still believe in Flesh and Blood, which, if you watched Rudy's latest video, he mentioned that there have been constant record sales. Right? Fuck you. There have been constant record signups for the Flesh and Blood Pro Tour. Like every day, there's an absurd number of new people signing up, trying to get in on it. And that bodes very well. Because remember, at the end of the day, what keeps the game alive are the players. The players, even if the set is bad in regards to art, collectability, whatever, there's usually going to be some form of base. The only time we really got to worry is if, for whatever reason, the base is absolutely awful and not even the players want the set. All right, let's see if I can talk this guy down. I mean, sure. I am a very charismatic person here, unlike real life. Building up to a PS5. Okay. Okay, he's setting it up and all that. I see. But overall, Future of Monarch looks good. If I had more free money, I would be probably trying to buy another Monarch box. I actually tried last week and Sarah stopped me.
Did I?
Yeah, you stopped me. Remember I said, let's go check it out at the nearest card store. We might be able to get a good deal on it.
For Monarch?
Yeah.
Unlimited?
Mm-hmm. No, first edition.
I don't remember that conversation at all.
Okay. In my videos, I seem to be very charismatic. I'm just getting more comfortable. I realize just talk how I am. People will either accept me or not. It doesn't matter. Hence why I ended up making my most recent video, which definitely caught some eyes, me saying that the PokeTubers are wrong. Which, to be fair, that one was sparked by PokeNav and by not by fucking Pokenomics as well. Just everyone who's so negative on Modern. I felt I had to make some form of video talking about it. They're saying, Sarah, how's your short-term memory loss?
Leave me alone. I have better memory than he does.
So that's just fake my charisma? No, it's... I just don't see it as charisma. For me, it's just me being myself and chatting. I will say, though, because of the channel, I have gotten surprisingly better at talking with people. Like, at CollectiCon, I was able to just kind of chat with people I'd never met and have full conversations. Hence why I got to meet Swammy and talk with other creators that were there. But it was just weird to me. Again, I just don't view it as charisma in my case. When I think charisma, I think Rudy or PokeNav, not myself. What the masses say is usually wrong. Yeah, you're not exactly wrong. I'll probably stream for maybe another 30 minutes and then call it for the day because I've been up since 3:30 in the morning over here. 3:30 in the morning. It is now 7:30 p.m. And gonna get up early again tomorrow anyway. So I'm gonna want to go to sleep. What was I doing? Oh yeah, I was trying to level up. I guess I could do more melee damage. Why not? It'll be fun. Are you going to be talking about MetaZoo when it drops at the end of the month? Pretty interesting with King Pokemon and Steve Aoki hyping it, having comics and limited first printing. I did hear about the comics. That's going to be interesting. I definitely want to check that out, see if they're any good, because I do like comics on the side. I usually just watch them on YouTube. The limited first printing, I'm worried about that. I'm very worried. My reason being for that, MetaZoo is a brand new game. MetaZoo... Why is the entire world just broken constantly? Why? This literally never happened up until today. Okay. Oh well. I can deal with it. My concern for the limited first printing is if they do that, they are going to artificially pump up their game's price and drive more people away, which makes me concerned for the longevity of the game. Making the first printing limited, like that there's not very many of them, that would overall damage the game's lifespan, and therefore I would be even more worried about trying to invest. But I'm not going to lie, I'm probably going to buy a few boxes short term. I think this could very well be a pump and dump. I genuinely think MetaZoo might be a pump and dump. I might talk about, but back to your question, I might talk about it. I'm not sure yet, just because, again, I've already talked about it. I gave it its time in the spotlight, but it's going to take a little while before I can get any real information on what's going to happen. And I probably won't even be able to see any true information for about a month. I'll probably just have to ask the creator, because I don't know if any of you have talked to the creator, But the creator is extremely liberal with giving out information. And then he second guesses it. For example, he gave away how many card stores are going to be carrying his products. I shit you not. He gave that away by accident. 300. That's how many he had whenever he was in Pokenomics stream a while ago. I think there's a difference between charisma and obnoxious. Okay, yeah, fair enough. Thoughts on Metazoo? I don't know, but from my perspective, Metazoo seems to be dead very fast. Metazoo, everyone was just hoping it would be fab. Nothing has really happened because the creators have taken so long at getting the game actually out there that the hype is dying down on it. But remember, Rudy was talking about how the Metazoo stand was behaving at Collecticon. I'll tell you this from firsthand experience being there. There were definitely a lot of people going to check it out. And yeah, there was definitely some cosplayers there. But by no means was this like the crown of the convention. It wasn't ridiculous lines that you really had to wait for it. It was just a lot of people coming over like, what is this? Like, genuinely, what is this? I don't know what this is. Out of curiosity, oh my god, where's this person? It's causing my directional controls to be weird. I hate that. Why do they have to make my directional controls change whenever there's an enemy nearby? But it was just kind of there. A lot of people were going to it because they were giving away free first edition booster packs. That's part of the reason why they were going. And Rudy absolutely neglected to mention that. And they answered Sarah's question about why the Piazza bird had fire coming out of it. They told her it's because the artist looked at it and said, it needs more Pokemon. After Rudy, fucking blatantly lied and said, they're not trying to imitate Pokemon. They're trying to be their own thing. Thankfully, the creator also replied to what I said and said, yes, we are definitely trying to capture that early 90s Pokemon era style. So this makes me worry that Rudy doesn't even know what the fuck he's selling. He's just pumping it. But yeah, I'm trying not to complain too much because at the end of the day, I have loads of respect for Rudy, even if I think some of the things he says / do are just fucking stupid sometimes. But, oh man, I don't like it. I will see what happens with Metazoo. If it does start succeeding, I will not hate on it. I will roll with it, man. Metazoo will be a prime opportunity to just flip. Gonna cop Metazoo from Rudy? Absolutely. If Rudy does exactly what he did with Flesh and Blood, where he is trying to give away as much of it as possible to as many people as possible, he is going to limit it, and he's probably going to offer a good price because he knows if he wants Metazoo to succeed, he has to offer low prices. God, we're all just flying. I'm not going to reset the game though. The reason why Metazoo got so big is only the hype around Pokemon / trading card games in general. So I don't see it surviving long term after this madness is over for good. Absolutely. I don't see it surviving for a long time either. I don't see it having, you know what? Not having the floor actually makes it harder to navigate the world.
Did you think it would be easier?
Huh?
Did you think it would be easier?
I didn't think it would matter, okay? But not having the floor is making me go, okay, what's safe? Like, what's actually here?
Advantage.
I know. But I don't see Metazoo surviving. I don't see the fundamentals it's got. It has no identity of its own as of yet. We have a Discord member, Vindosver, who actually really tried to learn the game and apparently was riddled with issues and because of the fourth wall effects. And that's very concerning to me. Hopefully they can fix that. If they can make the gameplay loop good, they have a chance to become something like Weiss Schwartz. That's kind of a niche area, but with a cult following. Well, let's be honest, they already have a cult following if you join their Discord. San, just phone up your buddies Steve and Gary and ask when they're pumping. Sure, I'll try to send them a message. I just gotta prove to them that I truly am in it just for the money, and maybe, just maybe, they'll let me into the inner circle. I don't know if Gary is in it just for the money, but let's be honest, we all know for a fact Gary is in it for some money. Either he has like a metric fuck ton of Kickstarter boxes in the back room hiding, or he has some form of deal with MetaZoo with how much he's pumping it up. Or I guess the last option, which would be the same thing for Rudy, they want to feel like they're part of something beyond themselves, so they're trying to pump up other TCGs. Which I could absolutely see that being the case. God damn it. Let me just climb. What was that? I heard honking. Oh, strange. Let's see. 300 stores for all the US seems kind of small. Yeah, it is kind of small. But to be fair, that's what it might be it's like 300 to 500. I don't exactly remember, but it was in the hundreds. It was definitely not anywhere near 1,000. And it was basically the size of how many stores Flesh and Blood had for Crucible of War's release. 1 per million people. I don't know how pump and dump by YouTubers doesn't get them tons of lawsuits. Lawsuits are expensive. I don't think people would be really able to afford it. Not to mention, I just don't think people want to mess with that. I'm glad you're saying this about Rudy. He sometimes does make me feel like he pumps and dumps most of his stuff. I don't know if he does for most of his stuff, or even just a little bit. The only thing I feel like he is doing that for is MetaZoo. But then again, that's because personally, I just don't see... What the? Oh, crap. I don't see MetaZoo really surviving. And that's why I think maybe he's pumping and dumping. Because when I look at Flesh and Blood, it has the fundamentals there. I like how they segregated things. It just seems to have everything going for it at this moment that it'll make it. Or it'll go the distance. Not to mention some of the YouTubers are lawyers. Oh yeah, Leon Hart. Have you guys, have any of you been watching the overall growth / attention in the hobby with using YouTube channels? The reason I ask that is I've been monitoring the overall interest in Modern, and you can track it legitimately by the interaction that Leon Hart is getting in terms of his YouTube videos. His views across the board have been slowing down. He's been getting less views, and I take that as an indicator that Modern as a whole is slowing down finally. But it's also pretty funny because he's getting desperate. Explain more about the fundamentals you see in Fab, please. Okay, so first and foremost, every single TCG that has survived had some form of compelling gameplay loop. Yu-Gi-Oh! Absolutely has one, which, even though it's not for me, I can see the gameplay loop. They have their GOAT format. They have Eternal form. The GOAT. There's the Standard, which is essentially their Eternal format, and I think they have one more. Magic, again, not for me, but I can absolutely see how how it definitely attracts people. Most card games are not for me. Pokemon, I can see it. It's easier. It's way easier to understand than Yu-Gi-Oh! Because let's be honest, Yu-Gi-Oh! Is like at the top of the mountain. If you can properly play modern day Yu-Gi-Oh! And understand what the fuck is going on all the time, you deserve a PhD, my man. But Flesh and Blood, when I play it, it's simple enough. It's on par with Magic in terms of the complexity that I see. I like the gameplay loop overall. It's quick, which surprised me. It's genuinely quick, especially if you reduce the health pools with Blitz mode. Next, by adding the cold foils, they made certain that the collectors have something to go after and respecting the secondary market. The one issue that all games have had. You think Leonhardt's feud likes down show the non-serious collector interest. Oh, how bad is it right now? I'll go back to your question in a second, Briar Owen. How bad is it for Leonhardt? Probably 50% views down overall from the peak. Just go into his YouTube channel and go back to like 3 or 4 months ago, and you'll see his views are trending downwards. It's really easy. You don't have to look at YouTube analytics or anything, just the pure views. If you want to look at the likes, dislikes, comments, all that, you can, but I've been just going based off of the views. But yeah, back to what I was saying. Collectors have the cold foils. Cold foiling is nice. Some people have been telling me that cold foils curl. I don't know if that's true. I personally haven't had to deal with any curling, but then again, all my cards are climate controlled. I have heard the rainbow foils are curling, which that's very unfortunate. Hopefully they can fix that. But the fact that the cold foils don't curl, to my knowledge, is really good. It means that the value is being respected. By them segregating the player bases, they get to address the age-old issue. Investors want money / collectors. Players want cheap stuff, and that's understandable. I genuinely do not believe any deck should cost you like $400. If I can go out and I can buy vintage cards for the price of your damn modern deck, which is like a few months old, that's not okay. And so the fact that they're segregating it just shows me it's a really good setup. And I'm trying to remember what else I really like. Oh yeah. And the fact that they are being so transparent. That is just a little thing. I would call it a fundamental, but it's almost hard to say it is one because so few card games actually do this. Not even that they release their print run numbers, because even if they didn't do that, I would say they're transparent. They talk about their practices. They talk about what they'll reprint, what they value, how they view things. They provide this line of communication. They give information to stores. And that is incredible. And now that we factor in, I saw that horrible clipping. It's a good, god damn it, no floor here either. But why? But the fact that they released the booster box numbers is even better, because it means we have numbers and we can properly appraise the value of items. It means no more shooting in the dark, being like, we think this is rare, and then guess what? A few weeks later, or no, a few years later, suddenly there's hundreds upon hundreds of this item just out there, just flooding everything. Like, there won't be massive miscalculations in price. And if for whatever reason there are, they'll be rectified earlier, whether it be up or down. And that's very good. So yeah, those are my thoughts overall on Fab and the fundamentals. I remember Yu-Gi-Oh! Being pretty simple, but maybe we weren't playing it right. It's just harder now. Fab, I couldn't really understand, though, after fairly quickly trying to learn it. Watch Tolarian Community College's video. I think he does a better job than the actual Fab video. For Yu-Gi-Oh!
It was simple. Kind of.
Yes. Yu-Gi-Oh! Was super simple, but then first they started introducing more fusions.
And
Then
synchro summoning.
Then they added synchro summoning. Then they added
summoning.
XZs or XYZ summoning. Then they went to pendulum summoning, which that one's even stranger. Then they went to link summoning, which means you have to have cards in specific spots. I couldn't even tell this was a hill. You have to have cards in specific spots in order to summon this monster. And all of these have different styles of abilities. If I'm correct, link summon monsters do not have defense. They only have attack. Synchro summon monsters have their own like subclass of cards and abilities that work with them and monsters. Saint and pendulums work as both a spell card and a monster.
But then the newest thing they did, which was speed duels. Is that what it is? No.
Blitz duels, I think.
Blitz duels, yeah. That's the newest thing they're doing, and it's like you can summon a bunch of monsters on your first turn if you want to, and then just attack and obliterate your enemy within like 2 turns.
Yes,
They're meant to be like 5 or 10.
You can summon as many monsters as you want, and you can do whatever you want, really. It's just super fast. It hasn't come to the English side yet, but Japan is preparing to release it. They already got their anime for it. So do you think Fab will survive unlike Metazoo? Yes, I genuinely do. I don't know how big it'll be, but I do think it'll survive. The biggest variable is if the creators get greedy. If the creators pull a force of will on us, then it's over. For those of you that don't know, force of will, essentially what happened, force of will came onto the scene, was massive. Okay, 1 second, I gotta do some negotiating. Sure, why not? I'll go dumb. I don't know how that worked. Why'd I still handcuff him? He surrendered. What a terrible person. Or a terrible furry in this case. That's what I was saying. Okay, back to Force of Will. That's what I was saying. Force of Will came out, was this massive game. Everyone thought it was going to become one of the big 4 now. Creators got greedy, started reprinting stuff, ran it into the ground, almost killed the game. Now it's finally recovering, but it still is nowhere near where it was when it was at its peak. They burned so many people with their moves. From what I understand, it's much better for playing than Metazoo, but I guess collectability is up to the eye of the beholder. And I don't think it's... Yes, collectability is definitely up to the eye of the beholder. If you do not like cold foils, if you like more fancy stuff, you'll like Pokemon more, honestly. Pokemon is going to have more texture. The cards are just like... The cards are explosive when you look at them. They're gorgeous. And Metazoo, it's subtle. Me and Sarah almost missed the cold foil in our Monarch booster box because it was so subtle. And it's definitely not as pumped as Metazoo anymore. It is still being manipulated. I know that for a fact. But it's not as bad as before, and it has its own legs on its own. Or it has its legs on its own, finally. I was actually playing some Yu-Gi-Oh! Tourneys at the Synchro/XYZ era. You see that? I can handle. I can handle Synchros and XYs, or XZs. I cannot handle Pendulum and Link summoning. That was just too much for me. The difference between XZs and Synchros decks was night and day at the time, complexity and strength-wise. I've heard every single time they added a new summoning mechanic, it just absolutely dwarfed the previous one, and there was ridiculous power creep. Like if Magic would reprint Black Lotus. Yes, that's similar to what Force of Will did. It's not that they reprinted the exact thing. It's just the moves they made were terrible for the game, for the health of the game. It was just they spit on the secondary market and decided. I will accept the surrender of the tribes. That is nice. So all the tribes have surrendered to me? That is what happened. Friendship. Friendship, bitches. I was under the impression I still had to conquer like another 8 tribes. It genuinely looks like a little kid who's going through the dumpster and putting on whatever looks cool for their outfits. I must say, I find it funny how the Japanese like German. Wait, what? Rhyhorn, are you able to sell a lot of German cards to the Japanese? That'd be strange. Oh, yeah, do you take advantage of the fact that you're closer to Japan, or do your import fees just kill that for you? I could absolutely see them killing it for you.
According to Bulbapedia, they're not cats or dogs. It's just however you interpret it.
Well, Sarah brought back the argument. Apparently,
based off of mythology and legends and stuff, they can be seen as the 3 jungle cats, the lion, the tiger, and the leopard. But nothing is confirmed.
Okay. No, but Weiss Schwartz is literally German. Oh, okay. Importing is fine since Euro-Yen conversion is very favorable. Fryhorn says he has the creator on his side. You should give up.
If you have the creator on your side, I need sources.
He sends a DM. I'll show it to you after the stream, and you can message him in the Discord. So yeah, thank you guys for those of you who came out for this live stream. I know it was rough because our internet isn't the best. Next time we'll probably play an easier game like Monster Hunter Stories. We're thinking about it for Thursday.
No. You should show people what your Stardew Valley game is like.
Maybe I'd show them the Stardew Valley game. I don't know. But if I do one, I'm thinking maybe early on Thursday. Maybe I'll even do it for the Europeans. Yeah, I mean, Europeans deserve something. Hey, Rhyhorn. At this moment, what time is it where you're at? I'm going to wait just for a second. Yeah, I'm just going to wait for a second before we get out of here. Sarah, you can start getting ready to shut it down. 3 in the morning, so it's 8 o'clock here. For 7-hour difference. 7-hour difference.
You should just count backwards from whatever time you want.
How about 12 o'clock Central Standard Time on Thursday? That would put it at 7 p.m. for you guys. How does that sound? I might be able to catch some of the people here in the U.S. during their break time. Some people who may not be working at that time, and maybe the Europeans will be able to tune in. Oh, yeah, same thing to you, Lickitrox, since you're also in that area. All right, so we will reconvene for another stream on Thursday at 12 p.m. Central Standard Time /7, whatever time it is for you guys in Europe. I don't know your time zones. You guys are weird. You guys still use the metric system in Celsius. All right, Sarah, come on, take us out here.
Boop. Boop. Boop.
There's the infinite loop.
Righty then.
All right. Thank you guys for coming to the stream. You can see like the top of my hair. Yeah. Thank you guys for coming to the stream, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye, guys.